Hello guys, welcome back to Code and Test. So today we are on the fourth video in this DP203 certification series. So if you are planning to do this DP203 certification from Azure, and if you're worried about how to clear this exam, you are on the right place. So follow my videos and you will be for sure you'll be scoring 800 plus marks in your exam. So jumping to the question number 21. So I have covered 20 questions before in this three videos. In the prior three videos, you can go through before you start this video. So question number 21. So most of the questions will be like a series of questions over here. So when this kind of questions comes to you, there will not be any options to go back and change your options. So make sure that when you get this kind of series of questions, make sure that you read the questions twice and understand the question twice and select one option and go proceed further. So question number 21. You have an Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2 container that contains 100 TB of data. You need to ensure that the data in the container is available for read workloads in a secondary region. If an outage occurs in the primary region, the solution must minimize cost. Which type of data redundancy should be used? So here, in this kind of question, if you want to what do you call it, reduce region in the outage occurs in the primary, minimize cost. So here the main solution should be like minimizing the cost. So for minimizing the cost, there are two options, like geo redundant storage is the best option over here. So here there are two things, A and B are kind of answers to this question. So you can either select A or B. So here you, in this type of question, you have to select the answer B, because read access geo redundant storage, RA and hyphen GRS, that is the correct answer for this question. So geo redundant storage with GRS or GZRS replicates your data to another physical location in the secondary region to protect against the regional outages. So that's why we are going to select this geo redundant storage. And when if you are selecting the A, GRS does not initiate automatic failover. Okay, so the best option over here is B. If the B option is not there, then you can select the A, geo redundant storage. That is also a correct answer for this question. So moving to this question number 22, as I said, this is kind of a series of questions. This is also similar kind of question, but there are some question, the solution which they are expecting might be different. Okay, so question number 22. You plan to implement an Azure Data Lake Gen 2 storage account. You need to ensure that the data lake will remain available if a data center fails in the primary Azure region. So before thing, it's container, and this is like a data lake. Okay, if the data center. Okay, the solution must minimize cost. The same thing only. So here the answer is zero redundant storage. That is the correct answer for here. Zero redundant storage copies your data synchronously across three Azure availability zones in the primary region. So the answer over here is D, zone redundant storage. That's the answer for this question if the data center fails. Okay, moving to the question number 23. You have an SQL pool in Azure Synapse. You plan to load data from Azure Blob Storage to a staging table. Approximately 1 million rows of data will be loaded daily. The table will be truncated before each daily load. You need to create the staging table. The solution must minimize how long it takes to load the data into the staging table. How should you configure the table? So to select this answer, select the appropriate option in the answer question. Okay, so what is the distribution you are going to choose? What is the indexing you are going to choose? What is the partition you are going to choose? That's what yeah, they're expecting over here. So obviously the distribution will be hash distribution. The hash distribution tables improve query performance on a large fact tables. So the distribution you have to select is hash table. So where you have to use replicated and round robin, you have to read the Microsoft documentation. Maybe I will cover in the upcoming videos. For indexing, you have to use clustered column store. Okay, so optimal compression and performance, we use clustered column store. Then for partitioning, obviously it's a date. So whenever you see this kind of partition related things, obviously that will be like an option will be date, because table partitions are created on the date column in most commonly. So a partition with date will be performing better. So here the partition will be date. So question number 23, I hope you understood the concept of distribution, indexing and partition. Okay, moving to the question number 24. You are designing a fact table named fact purchase in an Azure Synapse Analytics dedicated SQL pool. The table contains purchases from supplier for a retail store. Fact purchases will contain the following columns. So below are the columns and what are the data types and whether it's nullable or not. That's what they mentioned over here. The fact purchase will have 1 million rows. fact purchase will have 1 million rows of data added daily and will contain 3 years of data. Transaction SQL queries similar to the following query will be executed daily. So they have put some group by statement condition over here. Supplier, stock items, count of stuff from this table, where and data key group by this particular keys. Which table distribution will minimize query time? So obviously I have said in the previous question as well, hash distribution on will be the best option over here. So here there are two things: hash distribution on the purchase key and distribution on is ordered finalist. So here is the purchase key will be the right option. Hash distribution tables improve the query performance on a large fact table to balance the parallel processing. So the distribution will be a hash distributed and the key will be purchase key. Okay, purchase key is the option over here. Okay, then again, begin. The data type also has to be considered over here. If you have some other key value over there and some other data type, integer will be the right option for that. So purchase key is the right answer over here. Okay, so moving to the next question number 25. From a website analytics systems, you receive data extract about user interaction such as download, link, clicks from submission and video plays. The data contains the following columns. Okay, so we have these are the number of columns we have: date, event category, and there are many things over here. Okay, you needed to design a star schema to support analytical queries of the data. The star schema will contain 4 tables, include a date dimension, to which table you should add to this column. So we have multiple columns over here, and you need to design a star schema to support analytical queries of the data. The star schema will contain 4 tables, including a date dimension. To which table should you add each column? So that's the question over here. So for event category, the dim event will be the selecting. For channel grouping, so dim channel will be selecting, and total events will be selecting the fact events. Okay, I hope you understood this question. Okay, so moving to the next question number 26. You have an Azure storage account that contains 100 GB of file. The files contain rows of text and numerical values. 75% of the rows contain description data that has an average length of 1.1 MB. You plan to copy the data from the storage account to an enterprise data warehouse in Azure Synapse Analytics. You need to prepare the files to ensure that the data copies quickly. Solution. So they are giving the solution and they're asking like whether the solution whichever you give is correct or not. Okay, solution: you convert the files to compressed delimited text files. Does this meet the goal? So the answer is yes. All file formats have different performance characteristics. For the fastest allowed, use the compressed delimited text file. So this is one a golden rule. So just understand this question, because this kind of question is kind of a repeated kind of question with the same concept. So you have to, it's kind of a series of questions, so you can't change the answer once after selecting one question. So just understand the solution is you have to convert the files into compressed delimited text file. So that's how we can increase the performance. Okay, so this is the right answer. So coming to the question number 27. So as I said, this is kind of a series of question. It will be like a tricky for the users as well. So you have the next, read the question. You have an Azure storage account that contains 100 GB of file. The file contains row of text and numerical values. 75% of the rows contains description data that has an average of length of 1.1 MB. You plan to copy the data from the storage accounts to an enterprise data warehouse in Azure Synapse Analytics. You need to prepare the files to ensure the data copies quickly. The same thing only. So the solution is different. They are giving a different solution. They are asking us whether it will meet the goal. You copy the files into a table that has a column store index. Does it meet the goal? So here I said it will not meet the resolution, because you know that instead converting to files into compressed delimited text file is the better will be used for better performance. So you know that prior question was the correct one and this is wrong. So the solution is no over here. So coming to the next question, the same question, nothing changed, and you need to prepare the files to ensure the data copies quickly. The same, the requirement is same, and you modify the files to ensure that each row is more than 1 MB. Does it meet the goal? Does no, because we know that instead of that we have to use convert the files into compressed delimited text file. That is the best option to copy the data quickly. Okay. Moving to the 29th question. You build a data warehouse in Azure Synapse Analytics dedicated SQL pool. Analytics analyst write a complex select query that contains multiple join and case statement to transform data for use of inventory reports. The inventory reports will use the data and additional where parameters depend on the report. The report will be produced once daily. You need to implement a solution to make the data set available for the reports. The solution must minimize query times. What should you do implement? Okay, so you know that what is materials view. Materials view will be like storing the view in a specific memory format in memory, so the views and the data retrieval will be much faster. So the answer over here is materialized view. Materialized view for dedicated SQL pool in Azure Synapse provides a low maintenance method for complex analytical queries to get fast performance without any query changes. Okay, so here the answer is materialized view. I hope you understood the concept of this materialist view. Moving to the question number 30. You have an Azure Synapse Analytics workspace named WS1 that contains an Apache Spark pool named Pool1. The plan to create a database named DB1 in Pool1, you need to ensure that when tables are created in DB1, the tables are available automatically as external tables to the built-in serverless SQL pool. Which format you should use in the table in DB1? So the best format is Parquet. Serverless SQL pool can automatically synchronize metadata from Apache Spark. A serverless SQL pool database will be created for each database existence in serverless Apache Spark pool. So the answer over here is Parquet files. So I'm coming up to the end of this video. So I have given you some 30 questions over here. I'll be posting few more videos regarding this, and you can go through my videos and you can clear your DP203 certification. So all the best, happy learning, all the best guys. Thank you.